What's going on, everybody? Caleb back with another video from Reviews Like a Sir. This isn't exactly a review per se, but after the either backlash, you might say, from my last video, I figure I might want to do something simple and sweet and possibly even help out some newbie vapors. So what we're going to do today is we are going to do a battery rewrap tutorial. Now, as y'all can see, these batteries really need rewraps. These are the batteries from my first video that I never actually got to rewrap because she loves the color of them, and I'm going to have to change them. But we got some purple batteries that she can use, and so it won't be that big of a deal. Now, I am about to show y'all exactly what you're going to need for this tutorial. So, let's go. A knife or some sort of pointy or sharp object, your new battery wrap, and last but not least, a heating source. I'm going to show you all how to do the hairdryer method and the lighter method. Alright, so now that you know everything you're going to need, let's get this started. So to start out, you're going to take your pointy object and or knife. In my case it's a knife. You're going to go right down here to the bottom of the battery, and you're just going to slit that plastic. You're looking for a tear, something along the lines of that right there. Then you're going to put your knife up, and you're going to start trying to peel the battery. You want a good rip so that the whole battery, so that it starts peeling the whole casing off the battery. Now you should be fine. You won't shock yourself or anything like that. And then the casing should just slide off. Now, something you're going to want to keep is this little insulator right here. Make sure you keep that handy. So now you have your D-wrap battery, and what you're going to want to do. Now, let me back up just for a second here. First method we're going to be doing is the hairdryer method. So it's just any sort of hair dryer. This happens to be Sarah's hair dryer that I'm borrowing for the purposes of this video. If you're wondering why I'm looking down and not at the camera, I'm trying to get this battery wrap to open up so that I can slot my battery in it. Okay, so you're going to want to stick something in the end of that so that it opens up. Pinch the two sides and gently slide your battery in. If it's going to let me do that. There we go. Keep the sides pinched until it gets far enough on there that you can just push it in. Probably should have gone from the other side because I really don't want to touch that positive. Alright, when you get to this stage, take your insulator, put it right on there. Like so. Don't want to tilt it too much, but put it back where it's supposed to go. That way you can then push the battery in there until it is equal ways between the top and the bottom. You can see from the light that it is about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less, from the top of the casing. Like so. Then you're going to take your hairdryer. You're going to put it on high and hot. So you want to start at the bottom. Right there, there's the bottom. Put it on high and hot. You can take a breather so your fingers don't burn off, but you're going to want to keep doing that until it encases the bottom. Alright, now that you've done the bottom and you've gotten yourself a little holder for the battery down there from the shrink wrapped plastic, you're going to want to take your hairdryer and now do the top. It's fairly simple. You just move the hairdryer up and down the battery until it shrink wraps around the rest. So let's get that going. All right, so once you've done the top, just like so, you can then go back and heat up the other areas so that you can get a seamless battery wrap. Now, something to keep in mind, as you can probably see from the time lapse, this insulator has a tendency to fly out, especially when you use this method. Make sure that you either hold it in place, or if it's too hot for you to hold in place, that you use the low setting on the hairdryer so that you can go from below and just keep spinning it. Slowly but surely, it will shrink to where the insulator will not fly out. Now, method number dos is the lighter method. So, same exact process starting out. Get yourself a little finger jammed into one end of the wrap. Get your battery seated in there quite nicely and slide her on in. About equidistant from the top and the bottom. Then, take your lighter. You are not using a direct flame. You are just using the heat that the lighter puts off to shrink wrap around the battery. And just like that, it's that simple. This method is faster, but it is more dangerous. You could get rips, you could heat it up too fast. You're not using the actual flame, you are using the heat coming off of the flame. So you're going to stick it about 6-7 inches away, and you will still get enough heat to shrink out your battery. So, as you can see, those are the two methods for rewrapping your batteries. Now, you're going to want to do batteries in sets. So if you have a set of 3, set of 4, set of 2, you're going to want to do them together in the same color so that you can tell them apart from maybe the other batteries that you've got. I have another battery that is this exact same color yellow, but it has been paired and numbered with different battery. It was just a rewrap of the same kind of battery, Poopy Browns, if anybody knows what those are. And secondly, you're going to want to pick your method. This one takes longer, might hurt your fingers from the heat, but this is a much more seamless wrap than the lighter method, which goes too fast, sometimes rips the shrink wrap, and overall just looks more sloppy. So, pick your poison. Anyways, that has been a quick tutorial of how to rewrap your batteries. This has been Caleb with Reviews Like a Sir, and we will see you next time. Peace.